against TCU played out. The same field where the Super Bowl was played in February, a national championship game in January of 23. Scoreless early, and there goes Stetson Bennett. 21 yards untouched to the paint. And we'll take a tug of some oxygen. And TCU would turn it over, which led to a field goal. So it's 10-0. But Max Duggan and this TCU team, as everybody knows, they have shown the propensity to fight back, take one on the chin, and then swing back. And here they come. Duggan to Darius Davis. Gain of 60, and then Duggan. Excellent runner himself, and it's a 10-7 game. Everybody ready? Yep. That was as good as it got for the Hypno-Toads, because there's Ladd McConkey wide open, just a bust in coverage as Travius Hodges-Tomlinson, I think, thought we had some help back there. Georgia breaks the record for the most points in the first quarter of a national championship game. It's a 17-7 lead. Sixth play of the next Georgia drive, and these were critical third downs. TCU needed to get off the field. They couldn't. Stetson Bennett felt the pressure, spun out of it, and keeps the drive alive. First and goal again. Bennett, what a play call. Monken drew up a good one there. 11 plays, 92 yards, and it's all cake and ice cream. 3rd and 7, TCU looking deep, and Javon Bullard with the pick of Duggan. He was looking for Quentin Johnston. Off the turnover. Again, it's not just a third down, it's a 3rd and 15. Brock Bowers is an absolute monster. He had a huge game, over 150 receiving yards. Georgia's drive continues. Kendall Milton down there close, knocking on the door. Michigan, as we know, got to the 2, got to the 1, and wasn't able to score, turned it over, but Georgia was just scoring and scoring and scoring, and then Georgia got real aggressive late. They were about to get the ball back to start the second half, but they're calling timeouts. They're putting pressure on. They get a pick. It's Bullard again, and bang, Georgia again in the end zone. A.D. Mitchell with an incredible one-handed grab, rips it away from Josh Newton. Georgia leads 38-7 at the half, and again, they're going to get it first to start the second half. Actually had to punt when they got it, but then they get a stop, and guess who? There's Bowers. By rule, he's got to come back to college because this is only his second year, and the young man from Napa's going to terrify the SEC and anybody else that they play next year. 7 catches, 152 and a touchdown. After TCU punt, Bowers isn't the only weapon they got at tight end. The enormous Donnell Washington, good to see Big O healthy enough to play in this one. Drive continues. It's another third down. This one's 3rd and 11. Bennett, McConkey again. Remember Kirby's jump for joy last year when they got the pick against Bama? Yeah. Wow, is all that Sonny Dykes can say. Georgia up huge, and Kirby calls a timeout to give his guy Stetson Bennett a chance to feel the love as he walks off the field for the last time as the leader of the Silver Britches. And they got Kirby a little bit. That was only a glancing blow with the Gatorade. I'll be all right. Yep. Said they wanted to hunt. Well, they succeeded. Bennett, the offensive MVP. Smart, holding the national championship trophy and giving it a smooch for the second consecutive season. First team to do that in this playoff era. That completes Kirby's 7th season as the head coach at Georgia. And given the fact that he had those ties to Saban on the staff, it's interesting to put these numbers side by side and see what they look like. Smart's got more wins, better winning percentage. Saban did win 3 titles in the first 7. Kirby now the first former assistant of Nick Saban to win multiple national championships. Coach is going to join us here in a bit. In the meantime, some thoughts from the podium after losing, 5 guys in the first round, 10 in the first 125, and I think 15 overall. That had to be tough, right?
It was a big part. You lost whatever it was, 15 draft picks, and however many portals you guys have reported it over and over, and we didn't gain anybody. So the development part was super, super important. I'm going to tell you another important day was about 3 days from right now last year when he came in my office and he said, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to come back or ride off in the wind. He goes, I don't understand. Everybody's telling me that I should just ride off in the sunset and be the legendary quarterback that won a national title. And he said, that's just not who I am. And he's like, I don't get it. Why should I do that when I have an opportunity to play again? Like why don't we go win it again? And, you know, I'm kind of thinking, well, that'd be nice, but we lost 15 draft picks. I mean, it might not be that easy this time. And he had full conviction that he wanted to come back and go opposite of the mainstream. Like all he wanted to do. He was here, I think, a year with Jake, and he knew that Jake had left early, and he brought it up to me, and he said, I want to play. Like, I want to go play football and prove to people that this is no fluke. We can do this. And he did everything he said he was going to do.
Georgia closed as 13.5-point favorites tonight. That was the largest in any college football championship game. I believe I gave Mountain winners. Stanford Steve was with me there. Over the last 25 years, there were 5 other championship games, college and pros, that featured a double-digit favorite. Each of them went on to lose.